Okay, so we'll get started in just a few minutes here. Okay, so let's see. What the fuck? Okay, so okay, so let's see. Hope everyone can see that okay. Yeah, this is my first time using my big monitor, so I'm assuming that resolution should be good though, hopefully. Let me check it out. Just seeing what it looks like. Check it out. Okay. So actually, I think I might make this a bit bigger, but that might cut off the side then. Okay, but yeah, I think the code needs to be seen clearly. Let's see if I can work this. Let me do this long. I think I'll mainly use this window. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I think the code there should be large enough to read now. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, what I'm mainly going to do tonight is go over some. Well, actually, I'm working on two main things right now. Let's see. The first one is I'm doing some. Both working on getting kind of both benchmarks on both some of the new COVID data stuff, on some of the new COVID data. Number one, number two, I'm working on some actual river flow forecasting, particularly investigating this this river in Utah that seems to flash flood a lot and runs through Zion National Park. And number three, well, yeah, number three, kind of in support of those, I'm trying out a new model, some new model architectures and slight modifications to existing architectures to see if it improves performance. So, it's the main thing. So, one of my philosophies is, particularly for people that don't have a lot of compute, is always have experiments running simultaneously. So right now, this notebook's actually running and getting results on Palm Beach County in essentially Florida. Go look at some of the results right now. Right now, we're just running a hyperparameter sweep. I've already started to do a bit of this on what is it? I've done a lot more of a sweep on Miami. One of the things that I've seen so far, though, on when forecasting COVID in some of these locations is I don't think the model is actually anticipating quite how high cases will be in the winter based on the historical data. So that there's a question of why that is. Oh, where's the test plot? Of essentially why that is. I don't know. Well, probably because like all places are. But yeah, the model starts out essentially forecasting at the first point 1,800 cases here in Miami-Dade. I think the last point was at 2,000. So the model in essence thinks this should be rolling down instead of rolling up, probably because based on the historical data, cases never peaked that high, and it just keeps going up and up. So yeah, that's obviously kind of a problem there. So we look at some of the actual interpretability metrics. I don't think it's actually looking that heavily. Where the hell is this? Keep scrolling right past it. I don't think it's looking that heavily at some of the stuff. Yeah, here it is. At some of the things we'd think. So basically it is using the previous rolling average as a feature, which is good. But it's really I don't think it's really learning and using seasonality enough. Because I think, yeah, as we are seeing now, that COVID is in the winter, it should probably be using seasonality more. Though actually, one thing that would matter as much in Florida Additionally, yeah, another thing that actually I might even try tonight is adding the actual weather data into this. So you can see this is forecasting right now, just using things like essentially mobility data, cases data, and things like the um, day of the week and the month. Um, but there's no actual explicit weather data. So it'll be interesting to see if the actual different temperatures are making it more likely to spread. And my guess is that when we add that data, it should be doing a bit better. But yeah, this is one of the better models here, and in terms of the overall loss, but it's just not performing well in the winter. Now that we're in these winter months. So yeah, we'll look more into that in a bit. On the other end, there should be what is it? I'm running another notebook that's forecasting stream and river flows. By the way, these experiments none of them have the metadata itself in them yet. The metadata incorporation is something that I hope will. Where the heck did that other window go? Oh yeah, here's the one actually where it's forecasting river flows. I'll describe that in a bit. But anyway, so what I'm going to do tonight is actually dig deeper into some of these inference mode stuff. I recently, essentially do some testing of different models and try to get a better understanding of how the models are essentially working and responding to different things. So, in particular, like how if we change things or forecast on different times, what the model is looking at, and then also what essentially what essentially it's looking at different times, and if it's responding, like we feed it like really ridiculous values for some of these things, if that changes the forecast, and if so, how much so, like it should. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. So on this river forecasting side, this is a river in Utah, and it's basic. So and it's basically, yeah, we're trying to use things like the what is it? The cubic, the the precipitation, the temperature, and even the dew point to forecast the cubic footage per second of the river. And these, I will say, have a lot more data. These were training on more than 50,000 rows and basically 7 or 8 years of temporal data. So these are much larger, and these experiments are taking longer to run in hyperparameter search, obviously, than COVID, which is limited. So anyways, that's kind of what that is. So yeah, let's get started working on some of that. I think I published a while ago a notebook that did some inference mode stuff. I think I linked to it on my main site. But it's this one. So this basically is just a notebook that uses our inference mode stuff. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to load some of these model weights and other things to run on this. First, this is kind of meant as I think I linked to this on Twitter as a tutorial notebook. So of course I'm not going to mess this up. I'm going to probably just create a copy of it First, I'm actually going to investigate some of the river flow stuff, and then maybe second, do some COVID. The thing with COVID is actually, yeah, right now, I mean, I think COVID really needs transfer learning, and these experiments I'm running right now, I actually honestly didn't expect them to be that good, and so far they aren't because, but yeah, we're just trying to essentially, for now, just get baseline metrics to see how the model performs without transfer learning and or the metadata added to it, and then later we'll go back and pre-train it on some other stuff and also add the metadata, the stuff like population demographics, a place's lockdown policies, etc., as kind of an encoded vector, which will then be merged with that. Yeah, if I get some more time tonight, I might even start to do talk a bit more about some of the metadata strategy here. So anyways, without further ado, basically, yeah, let's get started with this. So, but yeah, the real theme of tonight is interpretability, particularly because, and like and exploring like how well a model is working, not just based on an evaluation metric, but based on what it's looking at and a bunch of different things. This has been a frequent criticism of kind of deep learning models. I've for a while said this is an unfounded criticism. I think it's kind of unfounded, but and tonight, yeah, hopefully I'll show you how with deep learning we can still try to look at what a model is looking at, and how to do that too with our framework. So I actually just recently opened a PR for this new branch. This new branch essentially adds the additional logging plots. When we originally did inference mode, these plots weren't logged, so yeah, so this branch just essentially adds this. It's actually, I think everything, it's basically just adding these couple lines, and the unit tests seem to be passing, so I think I probably will, in the tests I added are passing. No change in coverage, obviously. So yeah, I can force merge right now. Usually it's good to wait for someone to review, but anyways, so but no, actually, I'll just check and make sure the branch works maybe one more time with this stuff, then I'll merge it. I unfortunately don't have that many reviewers on our repo besides myself, so but anyways, we will look at this infer. So going through. So yeah, this is I won't edit these top things. If I clean up the notebook and turn it into an official tutorial later, I might do that, but I won't do that for now. So again, this is kind of where you'd fetch your credentials. I'll black that out for a sec. Basically all I do is take your Google account. As I said before, wait, what the fuck? Is that our thing is really well integrated with Google Cloud Platform, but it's not that well integrated with other services yet. I'm definitely myself a fan of Google Cloud over AWS and other things. I think it's nicer to use and works particularly well with collaboratory. So that's what the fuck? Oh wait, no. It should be B. And what the heck's this thing doing? I don't know what's going on with code. I find sometimes the notebook gets stuck on some stupid shit. And then, like, even if I hit run again, I'm probably gonna have to restart this. This is annoying. Because for whatever reason, it will just, like, totally fuck up. Okay, there we go. So, as you saw if you watched the inference mode tutorial, basically what's we do now is we get the place where the weights are saved from here. We get the place the weights are saved, and then we just input them in as these parameters, and then config inference params. Oh yeah, and so this will require just a small modification here, but then we'll run this and then start to look at it inferring stuff. So I'll go do that, fetch the path now. So to do that, it's very simple. You just go back to weights and biases. And like I said, I don't know why this project isn't listed more here, but basically, yeah, we just go back here. Where's the sweeps? Sweeps, and so we should see the sweep that's running right now. So far, this has sweeped over 415 hyperparameter configurations. The best result, so to speak, in terms of the unscaled test loss, is right here. So we'll go to that. I might not have modified the config for that, but okay. So here we see, at least when it predicts here, it probably doesn't do that well. It also seems to be predicting in somewhat of a cyclical pattern. I don't know if it's overvaluing certain predictions or whatnot. So at least based on what this looks like, it obviously doesn't look good. But we're going to test this model on some other dates. The other thing I find weird about here is like the SHAP values all seem to be like kind of null. So on most normal things, we will see like the heat map of what things are considered. So I don't know if it's just this particular time that's not being recorded, or this is actually a bug with flow forecast. But I'm not seeing the stuff being recorded. But so what I'm going to do now anyways is I'm going to they'll fetch essentially the weight path of this and see what's going on, and see if this is true on other dates too. So again, we can fetch these two things right here. Where the heck did my notebook go? Close that so I don't. Oh yeah, I have to authenticate with weights and biases to display capture 2. Yeah, probably watching some of these, you probably think I'm a fan of notebooks. I actually don't like notebooks. If you watch my other stuff, I rant against notebooks a lot. So then you're probably wondering why I'm using them. But I'm using notebooks primarily because they're just a free compute environment at the moment, and at least for the most part, they're kind of easy to share. I prefer not to use them, but I do like to get the free GPU stuff. I am a pro subscriber, but it's still much cheaper than I was spinning up my own instances for the most part. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get this. This is going to be the weight path. And we need to get the path of the CSV file. That's actually basically just going to be, for now, the exact same CSV file we're using in this thing. We're just going to use the later part of it. So what we're going to do is, here is that base COVID. I keep getting confused with my tabs. Okay, where there? So, oh yeah, here. Wait, no, that's not where I was either. I'll show you that in a minute. And then so basically here is where that's going to be. And so basically the file path that we'll see is right here. So yeah, so we can actually just make that the full GS path. Or where did I download that from? Actually, if I go back to the original notebook, I can just get the URL. Interpreting models. Predict, yeah. So the path. So yeah, it's just that, and then it's, I think it's this thing. Which one am I doing? Am I doing 4 or 5? Okay, so it's the, yeah, it's the 500 one. And what those things stand for is those are just different river gauge numbers. So in this case, this same stream has multiple gauges, each with slightly different numbers. Anyways, we'll just look at this. So, and so that's the thing. Relevant columns. Do I need to do this? This might be because of the old thing. I don't actually know why I have to reassign these. Oh wait, I think I have to load that. Oh yeah, I have to get the config file. Oh yeah, so that's actually something I wanted to add. That's what I was saying in that comment there. So the config file is on weights and biases again. This would be the config path. What is this? Why is this jamming? Okay, so that's the config path. Yeah, so what I was saying there in that comment was that I wanted to add, where am I now? Is I wanted to add support for this. Okay, so here's this, we're gonna do this. I don't know why this needs to be remapped. I'm gonna see if it loads it and it works. See how that goes. Okay, so that actually worked fine, looks like, at least in this first step. So we're going to actually test this on a couple different ranges and see what it says. So let's try, I don't know, let's try a random day like this. So yeah, as I said, in inference mode, we can choose what the plot name will be. So here we'll just say this will be 2019 or something. 4-1. See what that does. So it seems to be running. We'll give that a bit to run. So this should be logging to this weights and biases thing called river. So I have a couple different projects. You could log it to the same project too if you want. I just so yeah, let's show what's going on here. So 419. Has it logged anything yet? So it looks like it's logging stuff. So it looks like it isn't an error. So it looks like it might be an error because these plots are showing that these shaft values are essentially giving nothing here. According to this, like none of this stuff is mattering with this model. I don't really know why. Not sure if it's a bug or... Yeah, so this model, yeah, definitely doesn't seem to be good. From this, I think we can see that this model, I think, is just almost entirely, it seems to be, just doing the same thing each time. If we go back to that earlier thing, but in that case, I do wonder why it's the best in terms of overall metrics, though. Yeah, I don't know if this range is varying at all. So it seems to be I think if we change it and try another model, it will probably be a similar thing. So it's going to become a pain in the ass to scroll through, but yeah, at the same time, it'll be good to see. Let's try to see this. So yeah, what I think is happening is that, I'll just say from the 22nd. What I think is happening anyways is that essentially this model is just predicting the same range for each of them. And because that range is like, for instance, because that range is like a good range, it's essentially not learning anything. It's not even really even using any of the features, I think, so. But yeah, this is a good example too if you sometimes, particularly when doing deep learning on time series, just go by metrics alone. You might be picking, like, say, a shit model. So this is the 22nd. Yeah, it seems to be predicting right in that 150 range no matter what. And I think it's because often the river flow is in that range, but it's not actually learning, like, what's going on at each time step. This is what I think is happening. And that's why we're not seeing, like, any values here, too. Yeah, that's what I think is happening. I don't know where that other one went. I wonder if there's an easier way to scroll through some of this. I don't know, but whichever, it doesn't seem to be doing it well. The model doesn't. Yeah, there's just no values for these heat maps. Oh, what we should probably do too is create like some type of parameter to pass that. Yeah, because it seems to be just predicting this like same string literally for each thing. Doesn't look good. Yeah, this model is definitely not good. So I don't know if that's a problem with how I'm training it or what. I should probably, now this is going to get me probably to at least go back and check. Check that these things are going, it's actually learning something sensible. So, if this isn't like a good function or whatever, and all the models are like this, then it's going to be really problematic. Yeah, I don't think any of these are actually learning shit, in all honesty. I think they all suck. Oh, I'm using MAPE. What is it? Or am I using MAPE? Well, that's a bit different. Unskilled. What am I using as the training loss is what I'm wondering. So I use a lot of different loss functions. Cyclical. So those are the metrics. Oh, so I'm logging both MSC and MAPE. Training parameters, is that correct? So I'm using MSC as the criterion. I'm thinking maybe if I use dilate loss, that would help potentially. Let me go back to that. And just see what I'm sorting by. Yeah, but which one? Could be that I'm not sorting by the right thing. As I saw, so I can sort by both MAPE and MSC. This might provide a different thing. Oh shit, I wasn't sorting right. So it's still like, I don't know, it's none of these seem to actually be showing anything on the heat maps. Yeah, whenever these are bare, it gets me worried. Because it's like, I don't know the model's learning any relevant features from this. Wait, where's the test plot? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't know what the freak's going on with this. I'm going to look at something. A new feature actually too in flow forecast that you can do is that, well, not really a feature, but just we made it easier to see like if to just download what your model is actually being trained on. So so yeah, like here we have this. Oh wait, I will be back in 1 second. Okay, so yeah, basically what I was saying was that for this thing, you have the essentially the raw CSV file that's actually shows what essentially the inputs are like before they're what the raw inputs are like before they're sent into the model. So, so yeah, so this file, that's what this file does. So I'm gonna just see what they look like a bit. So, I'll go look at that. So these are what the scaled stuff looks like. Wait, what? Okay, CFS, cos hour. This is what's going on there. This is the percip. I don't know what this percip deal is here. Let's look at the original thing for a sec. Data. Here. I don't know where this thing downloaded. Okay. So, so yeah, so what we can do is, let me see. So yeah, here, what we can see is, basically, okay, so yeah, I'm looking for where I download, oh yeah, it's right in here. So, I'm just seeing, like, what's going on, if, like, the data is, like, missorted in some way, or I didn't do something right in the configuration file. The actual file is a pretty large file, so. Just wait for that to download. Because yeah, my guess is percep's being scaled in a weird way. Maybe because I'm using a standard scaler. Possible. I don't know if that's the reason it's not working well. But okay, so here what we see is Of course, now we have to scroll to whatever rows those are. So this file, the temp saves, is actually the validation file. So we have to scroll to like row, was it like 57,000 or something? 57. Can't see this crap. I think all this should be correct though. Most of this has been unit tested, so that was possible there's some weird bug that came in. Oh fuck. 57,000, right around here. So we can see all these are 0, so it looks like it's scaling the 0 to basically this in precipitation. I don't even know if like having a standard scaler here is really necessary, but and then temp. Where's temp? Yeah, temp's changing for here. Temp goes low. Wait, or is that a high value? Was that 5712? 712. Wait, why are higher values being scaled to negative? It's kind of weird. Is that normal for standard scaler? I honestly don't know. Should probably look into it more. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything that weird. Some of this scaling looks really weird, though. So we have like 84, what is it? 5707, which is 81. Here it's 1.8, and then it is 81.8. It's 1.8. This is higher, but this is, wait, 5706. No, 5706 is this 2 thing. I'm getting confused. 5706 would be 81.8. And then it's that's like at 2 something. And 84 is 84.2. Yeah, these aren't making sense to me. Yeah. Crap, no, I lost the place. But yeah, that is yeah, that does seem kind of weird. That standard scaler would be scaling some of those values. $57. What's like cubic footage? Is that really cubic footage? Or what's this 50? No, that's the index. Or is that the index, or what is that? Cubic footage, I think, is here, right? Hour updated, unnamed X0. That isn't even relevant. Oh, CFS is here. So CFS is the last thing. Yeah, I don't know. That seems really weird for standard scaler. I don't know why it would do that. Unless maybe this indexing's off. Yeah, why is this 6 behind? Oh, yeah, now I remember. Yeah, get rid of like a certain number of the first n rows. So, okay, so I was looking at the wrong stuff. So this number would then correspond to this one better, not this number. This is just because, like, on the first thing I exclude a certain number of rows because those rows are actually problems between the UTC and the other conversion time. We go to 5,700 to 7,000. But it's just a 6 row. But yeah, if I wasn't comparing those, then it could be different. Those, then it could be different. 694, 57,000. So that would have been here. So then this would have been that. 81. Oh yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Then those are going up, those are going down. And then those are those free. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like the scalings actually is correct. So I don't know what's wrong per se, or why it's not essentially paying attention to some of these features. Let's go back to this thing. What's the length I'm feeding in for some of these? Epochs 10. Metrics. Dew point F. Dew point target CFS. What am I doing in some of these? Forecast history 20, 40. It's the number of time steps. I think this is a vanilla transformer, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of a vanilla thing. So, curiosity. Wait, why are these all NaN? Everything I'm wondering. Where is that code going? No, there's something that prints something here. Samples. There's this, and then I print some NaN stuff. I can't type today. And what does it? DF prediction samples. So it looks like this is actually what's going in might be NaN. I don't know if it does it for other stuff. Let me go see if this is normal. No, I don't think that's actually normal because it doesn't do it, I think, on the COVID stuff. Here it seems to be like the bait. Here, oh wait, no, it does. It does. Yes. It prints some NaN stuff. And this stuff I think is all normal in terms of the heat map, so it's probably not that. Yeah, so see, here's what the heat map should look like when it's actually looking at features. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh wait, no, this is the other one. Yeah, I don't know why it's like on this. It's kind of weird that it doesn't seem to be doing anything for these things. Like, none of the things seem to be looking at. None of the heat maps are coming back at all. Yeah, it's just like nothing here. These seem like kind of weird curves too, don't they? Loss, validation loss. What can I try? Use mask. Don't use mask. I'm going to try actually training this with dilate loss. I'm going to stop this and try actually a new sweep. See if it makes any difference. So here I don't actually want to resume the sweep. I just want to create a new one since I'm obviously changing the loss function. So we'll see. See if when it logs this time. Could be it was just the MSE was a bad loss function. Or was a bad criterion. Though I don't know why that would be. How long does these take to run? Forget how long each one. The COVID ones are super fast. It's like the flow takes longer because, as I said, it's like training on like 57,000 rows. Now I don't know where that stupid notebook went either. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh wait. NaN or infinite loss detected. So that's with dilate. It's saying that there's actually NaN or infinite loss. Which is kind of strange. Because we are scaling it. And with standard scalar, you'd think that, like, we wouldn't be getting that. Maybe what's going on? Hours to forecast. So yeah, for some reason, dilate loss is causing this infinite loss thing. Did I do a sort column here? I think I should have a sort column, right? I'm gonna actually try. This might seem weird, but I think this might actually work. Because there might be more null values like in the first beginning because of the way this thing was joined together. Oh, fuck. Warning, high loss detected. So yeah, apparently it doesn't like using dilate loss. Maybe it wasn't. Try RMSE. now we're trying root mean squared error. Which in theory should basically be the same as mean squared error. But, I don't know what's with all this debugging it's printing. It's printing a lot of debugging now. We'll see how that works. Oh. Yeah, I think, yeah, there might be some problems with the... I'm guessing there might be some weird shit with the CSV file itself. Another thing I could try, though I'm not sure how well it would work, would be to just take away the dew point itself. Because I remember there were some other experiments where dew point wasn't really helping. So... var penalty. Sub backward. Standard div. So yeah, some of this is weird too because the RMSE had this most recent one. Like validation loss, like doesn't look like it's going down at all, whatever it is. Or wait, no, this validation loss. We'll see what this shows. Yeah, this has been kind of boring because I was expecting some of this model to work a bit better. It's kind of annoying. Okay, I'm gonna have to investigate this in probably like more detail soon. Good news is that PR actually seemed to work pretty well. It's just that this model seems really weird. Yeah, probably another thing we should add is clean up print statement. I don't know why on RMSE it prints all this shit. I think probably someone's debugging code got merged into master somehow. Because I know there was this thing with penalized RMSE where you had a penalty to it too for some weird stuff, but yeah, this is too much shit that it's printing. Okay, I think, yeah, I'll probably goes down for a bit now. I don't think much is being learned here at this point, other than there's probably some problem with, I'm guessing, with the CSV file. There might be some weird values or something. So I don't know what exactly that is, but okay, that's the other stuff. Oh, we could check back in what our COVID stuff's doing, if that's any better. So right now this sweep's running on Palm Beach County. I don't know. Where did my notebooks go? I did want to try to see what this was doing. Oh crap! Yeah, there's definitely something wrong. Because even no matter what loss function I'm picking, it's just like doesn't seem to be doing anything here. Okay, one last thing I'm going to try. I'm going to try getting rid of dew point and just seeing if that fixes things. If this does fix things, then it might very well be an error having to do with an error in the actual code related to like too many timestamps or something like that. Of course, yeah, so we'll try that. So I change that to 7, and remove it from, okay, yeah. Try that again. Oh, I should have gotten rid of RMSE. So RMSE, so I changed that the right way though. So we removed one, so, oh, I didn't get rid of it here, where it mattered. Change that back to, I'll change that back to MSC too. Okay, see if this yields anything better. What's going on? So loss is going down. Yeah, I've been trying to get GPU utilization higher too. It's actually not training where it stalls. It's like loading the batches. The actual like throughput through the GPU is generally pretty fast. That's why the utilization is so low. Really should find a way to speed up some of this other I/O stuff. But it's hard with time series actually. I found particularly with time series, it's really hard to actually fully utilize the GPU because like there's a lot of stuff like it's not like images where you have like really dense and a lot of convolutions that can be parallelized, but let's look at that. See if this changes anything. I don't know how long this is going to take. Well, we're already at epoch 7. I think the max it goes to here is 10. I should probably actually change that too, because there is already early stopping in place. So even if you set like 15 epochs, or something. It should just early stop. Anyway, that's 9. It should start logging this other stuff soon. There's the test lost. Let's see. Should start logging that other shit. Or actually, yeah. Fuck, it's the same way. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into more detail about this. I'll go for now though. Alright.